Good morning. I just wanted to show a deck and kind of the old way I was doing it, but this is more like what do people call it? Mm, they call it an interview. Like they like the deck, they want to use it for whatever, personal whatever, but they want to get familiar with it. They know that if it's Lo Scarabeo, like the Fairy Lights Tarot is here by Lucia Matteoli. I can't pronounce that. Um, Says some stuff. That's forget which card, but we'll see it. Forget which card that is. Typical box. Let's go with this side. See if that shows up better. Uh, what I've done to put the camera back over here and see if I can keep it level now is I noticed that all this time I had the little attachment that goes on these weird old music stands. I had the fancy attachment for the microphone, which you don't need. Microphone, just stick it on the end of the rod. It's good to go. But the camera needs to be level and get rid of that bowing that was happening. It might still be there. It's hard to tell. And my alignment might still be off. That's hard to tell. But I, I wanted to try this again to see if this turns out better when it's attached like that and I can level it better and take it on and off easier because it has a big old screw on it. And I don't remember the name of that thing. And it has a ball joint, so it's kind of fancy. It's a little too fancy because it's hard to get it level, but I think it's level. So let's try to just, for the heck of it, just zoom in as far as it'll go and look at whatever shows up, which I think is the Wheel of Fortune, followed by whatever card that is. I like it though. It's like somebody riding an angry wolf bear thing. So let's zoom back out. I kind of have them overlapping each other because I would probably trim this off. Trim the deck, edge it maybe. Because despite the goofy name, and normally I just ignore fairy things, I kind of like it. It has like a dark kind of tone, despite being fairy and light. Let's see. Normally you're looking at the deck. I don't want to read through all the little meaningless words that are here. I guess they're meaningful if you're looking for words. But this first part, you want to know, well, what's different about this one compared to all the other decks? And it does have a little bit, but not very much. Sometimes you can pick out words, but in this case, it's just saying that the Fairy Lights Tarot takes you to a place where the boundaries are soft, where one landscape dissolves into another. So you got soft, dissolve, boundary. If you're looking for what's different about this one. And then it says, this is a place of magic created in a uniquely visionary way. Okay. Fantastical. Don't really like that word. Fantastical paintings were made with the intention of dividing each one into two tarot cards. Well, okay, that's different. Well, these are extra cards. We don't care. But it does have the back on there, so let's put that so we can kind of see the back. But first, we'll zoom in a little bit. Or I'll hold it up there. It looks like two birds and a tree. Let me look why you can't look. So that would be upright. If we just flip it over really quick, that's what it looks like. If I can get the light on there. The light is blinding. That's upside down, reverse. But it looks like you should look at it like this, unless I'm missing something. I'm not sure what the background is, but it's interesting looking. Maybe they're a pair. Oh, I see. There's a fairy riding this one and a fairy riding that one. Maybe they're battling or something. I don't know. Excuse me. So put that there, rearrange. So we got the 3 rows of 7, which is something I always do. And the Fool card's outside the 0 because he can go through all of this and back again. Whatever. But that's what the Fool card looks like for this deck. Light. Thumb. That's not bad. Again, the back. Interesting. And I think I've seen a few videos where people talk about this interview process they do. I'm not so into that exactly. Seems like the word interview goes along with a job, and maybe that's where they are in life, so that makes sense. Going to a lot of interviews or giving a lot of interviews or whatever. But so these are just the major arcana, the 22 cards. And I can't really pick up on the 2 together but become 2 tarot cards. I'd have to look more, I think. I'm looking now, and sometimes I kind of think I see, but I don't. But you don't want to think about, or I don't want to think about, any of the stuff I get from books or from the past readings. I just want to see, what's unique here, what's going on. Colors, maybe. Shapes, repeated things, patterns. And you got to see these. And overall, it's got a greenish. Anyway, so instead of doing the usual where I lay out the minor arcana as 13 or 14 cards, whatever it is, 14 cards at a time, I'm going to show the another thing I like to do is you put the court cards together. So these are chalices, pentacles, maybe wands, and swords. Let's look at the book, make sure. Pretty sure. Chalices, pentacles, wands, swords. Yep. And they actually do it in some of these books this way, where they talk about the 10 cards and then they come and talk about the court cards, as they call them. Do I see anything, any patterns? Kind of a purple, pinkish purple. For the pentacles, almost like a soft steel-like color. I don't know. Now that's staying in the same suit going that way. So that's pentacles. Here's the wands. I like that card. Kind of a rainbowish but muted. Say it that way. Sorry, it doesn't all fit at once. Am I zoomed out as far as I possibly can be? I think so now. I'm trying to move a little bottle up there. Why you gotta be in the way, little bottle? He just does. So that was the wands. Here at the bottom are the swords. Everybody seems to be holding something. Is that true? So then we could look at, I think they call them knaves, the pages here. We could go up and down between the suits. We could do the knights up and down, queens, and then the kings up and down. So hopefully that shows up well enough to get an idea. I'm looking at the screen on the computer over there because the camera is attached to it, so I can see these more clearly. Well, I'm just gonna leave these like that, Then maybe put this back on there and bring in quickly the minor arcana. This is what? Chalices. I'm following their order, so let's make sure we got that. Maybe we could zoom in a tad for you. We could zoom in a lot for them. Yes, we can. Let's do that. Not too far, because then every breath I take causes it to wobble. So there's the chalices, 1 through 5, 6 through 10. And I'm looking for things. There's the one cover of the box right there. Yep. So that would be the 2 of chalices, the 1 box cover. Okay. Kind of sticking together here. What we got here? We got pentacles not fitting. You gotta zoom out. Dude, just stay zoomed out. Okay. Give up on the zoom. So this is pentacles. Oh, look, a dinosaur. I forget what those are called. That's cool. The more I look, the more I like. There's a gold. And here comes the wands. Whoops. Boy. Let's make sure we got that level. This setup is much easier this way. Ooh, I like that card. Kind of a dark light. I do see the lights. I do see the fairies. I get that. It's pretty obvious. But this interview process, if you want to call it that, and I can't remember what spread anyone does in particular, but I seem to do like a 1, 3, 3, 3, and a 1, and then work around that and just look at it. I think they do stuff like how's the deck feel about me? How did I feel about the deck? Based on the cards you pull out, all that kind of stuff. Did we ever see this? Yes, we did, right here. That's the 7 of Wands, this back of the box. Put that right there. That's interesting. Okay, put the swords back. And basically, that's what I would do, even after this little bit. I kind of know a bit more about the cards. If I need to, I guess I can look at the guidebook, but I don't really need to. If there was a book for it, I would definitely read that in time. But I kind of like this more than I thought I would. I'm not sure why 100%. I think it's just the images. That one's interesting, even if I can't make sense of it. So I'll show this side of the box this time. So that was a quick show of the Fairy Lights Tarot. And with that, I will say peace.